So hello everyone. So in today's video we will be solving 25 questions on American literature. So in this video we won't be having a detailed analysis of the question. We will be discussing just the answer, and then we will be just specific about the question and answer, right? So without delaying our time, let's get started. Okay, the first question says, because I could not stop for that, he kindly stopped me for. So this is a famous work written by which writer? So it's a famous work written by, give me a second. Okay, it's a famous work written by Emily Dickinson. So Emily Dickinson was a confessional writer. She has spoken about her personal life, and then most of her works are extremely personal in nature, right? Okay, next question. Who wrote the novel The Scarlet Letter? So Scarlet Letter is a beautiful novel written by Nathaniel Hawthorne. So he has written this work, and then it talks about it has the backdrop of historical fiction which set in Puritan age, and it was published in 1850, right? Okay, next question. In which year Leaves of Grasses was published? So Leaves of Grasses is a work by Walt Whitman. Walt Whitman is also called the father of free verse, and then the work was published in 1855, right? Okay, next question. The line, so we beat on, boost against the current, borne back ceaselessly into the past, appears in. So this is a famous final stanza line that appears in the work The Great Gatsby. So it's a work written by F. Scott Fitzgerald, and then it was published in the year 1925, and then you have to remember it's a tragedy. Okay, next question. The protagonist Hester Prynne appears in which work? So we have just spoken about this in the very second question. So Hester Prynne is a protagonist from the work The Scarlet Letter. So Scarlet Letter is a novel written by Nathaniel Hawthorne, and then it was published in 1850, and it's a historical fiction novel. Okay, next question. I sound my barbaric yawp over the roofs of the world is from. So this is a famous line from the work Song of Myself. So Song of Myself is a work written by Walt Whitman. Next question. Who among the following is known as the father of American transcendentalism? So father of American transcendentalism बोलता है Ralph Waldo Emerson को. Okay, he was also the leader of transcendentalist movement. Okay, next, the novel Moby Dick 1851 is subtitled as. Okay, first of all, see the Moby Dick, इसका जो full title है, it is Moby Dick or the whale, right? So आप में से सब किसी को लग सकता है कि द whale हो सकता है, बट यहाँ पे पूछे कि सब टाइटल्ड. तो ये जो वर्क है इसका फुल टाइटल है द मोवी डिक और द वेल, एंड देन द सब टाइटल इज ए हंट फॉर द वाइट वेल, राइट? सो दिस विल बी योर आंसर. Okay, next question. The character Nick Carraway narrates which novel? So Nick Carraway is a famous character from the work The Great Gatsby, and he is the one who narrates the novel The Great Gatsby, right? So it's a tragedy which you have to remember. Okay, next, who wrote the essay Civil Disobedience, which appeared in 1849? So whenever we hear the term civil disobedience, we associate this with Mahatma Gandhi, but you have to remember Mahatma Gandhi itself was influenced by this very writer. So it is Henry David Thoreau. So he has written this work Civil Disobedience, and it is an essay. Okay, it is an essay published in 1849, and then Mahatma Gandhi was influenced by this very writer, and then he started civil disobedience movement in India. Next question. Which American poet wrote Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening? So it's a beautiful work written by Robert Frost, and he is he has contributed so many famous works which we'll be discussing. Okay, next work. Identify the author, The Adventure of Huckleberry Finn, right? So Huckleberry Finn is a very important novel. It appeared in 1884, and it's a beautiful work written by Mark Twain. And do you know what is the real name of Mark Twain? The real name of Mark Twain is, let me write down here. It is Samuel. Give me a second, my pen is not working. Okay, the real name of Mark Twain is Samuel Calemans. This was the real name of Samuel Calemans. ओके, मार्क ट्वेन आपको याद रखना है. एंड देन उसने बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट वर्क दिया है द एडवेंचर ऑफ हकलबरी पेन, एंड इसको द ग्रेट अमेरिकन नॉवल भी कंसिडर करता है, आपको याद रखना है. Okay, the famous line, I have measured out my life with coffee spoon, is from. So this is a very famous line that occurs in the love song of J. Alfred Prufrock. Okay, see, now you might be wondering that, this is a work by T.S. Eliot. So why we are discussing him in on American literature? So you have to remember, T.S. Eliot was initially he is a born American citizenship, but he has adopted the British citizenship, right? So which is why उसका जो early works है वो American literature का under ही consider करता है, because later on he has taken the citizenship of Britain, right? Okay. Next question. The Grapes of Sweat 1939, who wrote about the Dust Bowl Migration? So आपको याद रखना है कि Dust Bowl Migration जो है कहाँ पे अपीयर होता है, द ग्रेप्स ऑफ स्वेट में, और इसको कौन लिखा है? इट इज़ रिटन बाय जॉन स्टेनबैक. ओके, ही हैज़ स्पोकन अबाउट द डस्ट बोल माइग्रेशन, याद रखना है, वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, डस्ट बोल माइग्रेशन बाय जॉन स्टेनबैक, एंड देन ही हैज़ स्पोकन अबाउट दिस इन द वेरी वर्क द ग्रेप्स ऑफ स्वेट. ओके, नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. Who wrote the first truly American short story called Rip Van Winkle? So see, this work is also extremely important. See, आज का जो भी यहाँ पे क्वेश्चन डिस्कस कर रहे हैं, these are all PYQs. I have not made any question by myself. These are all questions that have already asked in so many exams. Okay, so see, okay, so this is a famous American short story which is written by Washington Irving. Okay, so Washington Irving has written this American short story called Rip Van Winkle. Okay, next question. Okay, tell all the truth but tell it slant is a famous line by, so it's a very famous line by Emily Dickinson. Okay, the novel Beloved 1987 about the legacy of slavery was written by, so it's a beautiful novel which appeared in 1987 and it is written by Toni Morrison. So what do you have to remember about Toni Morrison? She was a black writer, she was an Afro-American writer, and that she was the first lady to receive the Nobel Prize, very important. And then इसने एक work लिखा है Beloved, which is very important, जहाँ पे she has spoken about slavery, right? Okay, it also has an element of magic realism. It also has the magic realism. Okay, next question. Who among the following is member of the Lost Generation? Okay, what is Lost Generation? Lost Generation were those writers who were writing during the World Wars. They were speaking about the horror of the wars. So it is Ernest Hemingway. Okay, next. In which novel does the character Ahab appears? So this character is also called Captain Ahab. Captain Ahab, right? So this appears in the work Moby Dick. Okay, good friends make good neighbors appears in. So this is a very famous line from the work The Mending Wall, and it is written by Robert Frost. Okay, next. The novel Their Eyes Were Watching God was written by. So it's a novel written by Zora Neale Hurston. Okay, Zora Neale Hurston has written it. Which American novelist wrote The Age of Innocence in 1920? So Age of Innocence is a work जो बहुत writer try किया है. William Blake has also written it. But आपको याद रखना है कि date. तो जो इससे पहले जो आएगा वो ब्लैक का होगा, बट ये जो है आपका मॉडर्न लिटरेचर का वर्क है, राइट? सो ये लिखा है आपका एडिथ वेटन. ओके, एडिथ वेटन हैज़ रिटन इट द एज ऑफ इनोसेंस, पब्लिश इन 1920. Okay, the Pulitzer-winning award novel To Kill a Mockingbird was published in. So it was published in 1960. Okay, and it was written by Harper Lee. Okay, okay, next. The line two roads diverged in a yellow wood is from. So this is a famous line from the work The Road Not Taken. It is written by Robert Frost. This work is also written by him. After Apple Picking also written by him. Mending was also written by him. ओके, विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग वर्क्स इज कंसिडर्ड एज अ फर्स्ट ग्रेट अमेरिकन नॉवल? सो आपको मैंने बताया है फर्स्ट में कि ग्रेट अमेरिकन नॉवल जो है किसको कंसिडर करते हैं, तो बहुत सारा वर्क है, बट जो इसका जो असली आंसर होगा ना, आई मीन जो ऑफिशियल आंसर है, इट इज़ द एडवेंचर्स ऑफ हकिलबरी पेन। ओके, बट इसके साथ में व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट द ग्रेट अमेरिकन नॉवल, इसमें बहुत सारा वर्क है, ऐसा नहीं है कि यही वर्क को बोला है, इसमें अलग अलग राइटर्स का भी है, बट ऑप्शन भी आपको देखना पड़ेगा ना। तो आपका जो यहाँ पे जो सबसे प्रॉपर आंसर बनता है, इट इज़ द एडवेंचर ऑफ हकिलबरी पेन, रिटन बाय सैमुअल कैलमेंस, राइट, ऑल्सो कॉल्ड मार्क ट्वेन. Okay, so this is it for today's video. Thank you for watching my video till the end.